The firefighters at Station 12 were just finishing their equipment checks when something strange caught their attention. A stray dog, mud-caked, thin, and visibly shaking, limped into the open garage bay of the firehouse. His fur was soaked, his eyes wild with urgency. But what truly stunned everyone was what he carried in his mouth. A small shoe, bloody, worn, and far too tiny to belong to any adult. The dog dropped it gently on the floor and backed away, whimpering softly. The crew gathered in silence, staring at the child-sized shoe, their hearts instantly sinking. No one knew where it had come from or what it meant, but deep down, every man there felt it. This dog wasn't just wandering. He had come to deliver a message, and it was urgent. Captain Harris, a seasoned firefighter with over 20 years on the job, was the first to respond. He crouched beside the dog, who backed up slightly, but didn't run. The dog's eyes were filled with a kind of desperation, not fear, but a plea. Harris carefully picked up the small shoe with gloved hands. Blood had soaked the fabric. It wasn't old blood either, it was fresh. That's when Harris made the call. This dog didn't wander in here, he's trying to lead us somewhere. Without hesitation, the firefighters gathered their gear. Harris ordered 2 trucks to be prepped, one with medical supplies just in case. The dog barked once, short, sharp, and began running down the street. No collar, no tags, no name, just instinct and urgency. The team followed in their truck slowly at first. The dog would sprint ahead, then pause, looking back to make sure they were still coming. It was clear now. He had a destination in mind, and if there was even a chance that a child was hurt and needed help, they had to trust him. No sirens, no lights, just the steady rhythm of tires on wet pavement and a stray dog leading the way. The deeper they went, the more uneasy the firefighters felt. This was a forgotten part of town. Abandoned homes, overgrown lots, rusted fences. The dog darted ahead, finally stopping near a crumbling old warehouse with shattered windows and vines climbing up the brick walls. He barked again, pawing at the large wooden door that hung loosely on its hinges. Harris and 2 others stepped out, flashlights drawn. "Be ready," he warned, as the team carefully pushed the door open. The air was thick with mildew and the smell of something metallic. Blood hung faintly in the air. Inside, silence echoed. Then a faint whimper. The beam of a flashlight caught a glimpse of a small hand. A girl no older than 10 lay curled in the corner. Her ankle twisted, blood smeared on her leg. She was conscious but weak. The bloody shoe was hers. The stray dog rushed over, whimpering softly beside her. He'd been guarding her all along, bringing help the only way he knew how. And now, thanks to his determination, help had finally arrived. The girl's lips trembled as she tried to speak, but her voice came out in broken whispers. He wouldn't leave me," she said, reaching for the stray dog's neck. Her fingers curled gently into his scruffy fur as tears streamed down her face. The firefighters radioed for an ambulance immediately. She was cold, dehydrated, and likely in shock, but she was alive, all because of this unlikely hero. As they carried the girl out on a stretcher, the dog followed close behind, refusing to be separated. At the hospital, doctors treated her injuries while police worked to identify her. She had been missing for nearly 3 days. The shoe the dog brought in, it was the one thing that connected her to the rescue. Animal control arrived, ready to take the dog in, assuming he was just another stray, but the girl's grip on his fur tightened. "No, he saved me," she cried. "He's not just a dog. He's my hero." Harris stood silent for a moment, watching the bond between girl and dog. Then he stepped in. "He's staying with her," he said firmly. "Until we figure this out, he's family now." News of the rescue spread like wildfire. Local newspapers ran headlines like, Stray dog saves missing girl, and four-legged hero leads firefighters to miracle. Reporters camped outside the hospital, hoping to catch a glimpse of the dog and the brave little girl. Inside the hospital, doctors marveled at the girl's recovery. But to everyone's surprise, the girl's parents made a decision that touched the whole town. They formally adopted Buddy into their family. "He's not just a dog," the father told the media, his voice thick with emotion. "He's the reason our daughter is alive today." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for